Disclaimer: the following program features language not suitable for all audiences, and the expressed opinions found within this program are a reflection of those who feature on the Pop Culture Effect podcast. Welcome to the Pop Culture Effect. I'm Rockin Rob, and on this show I bring my closest friends together to talk about all of the news happening in our pop culture world around us. And coming to the round table, I have my dear friend Gemini.
Hello.
I have Blaze.
Yo, what's up?
And I have Menace.
Hello.
Now, considering the topic of today, there's been a lot of different news with the recent game showcases, so I thought it would be a good idea just to get a little refresher on everything that's been going on for the past couple days. So first off, Menace, what have you found?
So I found a couple ones that were a bit odd. So you guys know Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Now think of Pokemon with guns.
Didn't they make a PC game out of that? Isn't that like a PC?
No.
I think I know what game you're talking about, and I'm very intrigued.
So it's called Palworld, and essentially, unlike Pokemon where it's like a set path, you go and you do battles, this is more of an actual like open world survival game. So you're actually like crafting a house and stuff, and you can make full on factories. And you're just trying to survive out in this world.
Interesting.
And you get to.
There hasn't been much on story though. I mean, you can if you want. That's the thing about this compared to like Pokemon, where you actually have like a set path to go, defeat the Elite Four, become the Pokemon Master, blah 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 blah.
I've never touched a Pokemon game in my life aside from Pokemon Shield, but that was literally just for my baby girl.
Yeah, because you have the worst taste in Pokemon I've ever.
How fucking dare you? Did you not see Ludicolo in Detective Pikachu? She was adorable.
Oh my god.
I fell in love with her.
I have no comment, just because like Detective Pikachu all around was a great movie. I can't
right?
say anything bad about it. But I can't say.
And Ludicolo was the highlight.
See, I can't say anything bad about the movie, but I'm definitely going to say something bad about your Pokemon choice, because it's trash.
You're trash.
But, yeah, Trin, what did you find out in this wonderful world?
Was Tyler done talking about Palworld?
There hasn't really been much else out in story or anything about it. There was a trailer, but it was more of gameplay.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I don't know if we want to talk about both of what I what I found or not. It doesn't matter.
We can take turns. It's okay.
Yeah, so first one, and this one is the more newer game on my radar. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Paradox Interactive. They have made City Skylines, Stellaris, for more PC-oriented players, because I'm not too sure if most of these are on console. I know Stellaris and City Skylines are, but they have also made like Hearts of Iron, Europa and EU4, Victoria. They're like map strategy games, essentially. Think of like Civilization, like Civ 6, like Sigmeyers or something, Civilization, kind of like that. But Paradox is going to be coming out with a new game in September called Life by You, and this is a life simulation game. Think of like The Sims and everything. They're going to be coming out with this, and I have been super excited when I heard about this because one, it's another simulation game that is hopefully going to actually give EA and Maxis, mostly EA, some actual competition for The Sims, because sadly it has been the reigning king of the life simulation games for 20 years now, 20 plus years. But another reason that why I'm excited that I hope it does give it competition, and also I have very high hopes for it, is the original, like, he wasn't necessarily the main creator, but he was one of the big minds behind The Sims 2, Will Wright, I believe. Let me double check that, because I don't want to, like, spew bullshit. Is it? No, it might not be Will Wright. It is Rob Humble. My bad. Will Wright created The Sims. Rob Humble, he was a big person who did a lot of the Sims 2 stuff, which Sims 2 is probably one of the best iterations of it, but he is also behind Life by You, so I have really high hopes that they're going to
completely unbiased. Completely unbiased.
What do you mean by that? No, this is full bias. Full bias. No sponsor, but full bias.
How many hours? How many hours?
I would pay them to play the game.
Hold on. I actually took a screenshot of my hours not too long ago. Let me find it again. 12,000 hours and 12,201 hours. Just in The Sims 4 alone.
Oh my god.
That's not counting The Sims 3 and The Sims 2 and The Sims 1. That's just The Sims 4 alone. But anyway, Life by You, it is being made by a former Sims team dev from back in the Sims 2 era. And they've shown a lot off on their YouTube page of everything. And I really like how transparent they're being. And they do market themselves on their website as being, you know, not only is this like, it's an open up a new world of creative possibilities. You know, essentially you can, you know, make this as almost any empowering of what you want to do, or break the rules of life. And they want it to be the most moddable and open life simulation games. And I am excited to see how this goes, and I'm very glad that they're being transparent about this, because anytime fans have questions about it, whether it's on their YouTube page or anything like that, they will often then put up dev journals, like video dev journals, to explain things, and are always answering questions by the fans. And that's a very good thing. So that's another reason why I do have high hopes for them, because they are always giving out, showing update videos and such on the game. And it looks a little funny. It does look a little funny, I will admit, but it is still in, like, you know, it's still being made. And tragically, Paradox does have a slight problem where their games are a little bland at launch. All of their games have fallen into that pattern, but they still do produce very good games. So if you like life simulation games, that's one to keep on your radar. September 12th.
I mean, I agree with you on the sentiment that it's good that the smaller scale game developers let fans know about what they're doing. Because, like, I devoted some money towards Kindred Fates, and they've been constantly putting out updates. So I get what you're saying. It's really reassuring to know that it's not just a dead concept.
Oh yeah, no, there's another like life simulator game that I've been following for 3 years now I could go on about, but I'm not going to. We'll save that for another time. But they're actually from they're like an indie team, this game. But they do the same thing, where every month they release like an update journal and videos and such.
Nice. Well, Blaze, before we get into your topic, because I feel like it may take up the rest of this episode, I just want to take a few moments to talk about this new game that I saw during the Xbox showcase. It's called South of Midnight. Have you guys had a chance to see the teaser?
I did see a small snippet of it on TikTok, but I did not have a chance to watch the full trailer.
Fair.
I actually did not see that one.
It was really good. The game is being made by the makers of We Happy Few. And,
ooh, okay.
Right? The teaser didn't necessarily show that much, but what they did show, it has this really unique atmosphere where you see this elderly man with a banjo, and this young woman is trying to find a monster, and like all horror tropes, the monster popped up behind her. But the thing that and again, they didn't even show that much. They didn't show any gameplay. They didn't show much. But the kind of vibe of the game and the setting is like really intriguing, and the art style is just absolutely beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to when it comes out, because that along with a lot of new games that they announced during that showcase are coming to Game Pass. So Xbox finally gets a win, I guess.
I was very excited when I saw, as you said, a bunch of those games are going to be like day one releases, and that's very nice.
Now, Blaze. All right, should we get into it?
Yeah.
All right, take it away, buddy.
So, my big take, I got two big takeaways from the game shows for this weekend, both from Xbox, but the biggest one right now is my topic with Starfield. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the trailers or gameplay of that game yet.
Not yet.
I was so skeptical, but it's kind of pulling me in now. I'm
That's
kind
kind
of
of a
getting
Blizzard
hyped.
game, right?
Yes.
This game, we know it's going to have a great story, and we know it's going to be amazing because it's made by Bethesda, same people that make Fallout, same people that make Elder Scrolls. They've been working on this game for so long, and they have kind of indirectly made this a competition to a PC game called Star Citizen, which, if any of you guys are familiar with that one, it is a fully rendered open galaxy space adventure game where you do cargo runs, fight space pirates, and just go around the solar system with the ships you buy. Starfield definitely is trying to be a competitor to that game and will most likely blow Star Citizen out of the water with all the features this game has. From its combats, its skill tree setup to where it's kind of a combination between Fallout and Skyrim skill trees, and it just makes it very simple to customize a character in a loadout how you want. But one of the fun features that a lot of people are going to go crazy for, because I've already seen how people were in Tears of the Kingdom with crafting a bit. In Starfield, you can create your ship however the hell you want it to look, and I fear for the contraptions people are going to be making with the ships in this game.
I could imagine in the first week there'll be a penis.
Oh, 100%.
Robbie!
In the trailer, there was a giant mech rope that someone made into a ship.
Yeah, so one of the devs also made their ship look like a platypus.
Hot take, real quick, and this might just be me being a lazy bitch, but I hate when I have that option because I am so lazy. I don't have the energy. I just want a pre-built ship that looks cool.
You can do that actually. There
Which
are
is fine,
ways to
but
get
like,
ships.
Yeah,
like,
if you don't want to customize it, there are also multiple places where you can just buy a pre-built ship.
There's a
I just want
spaceport
my
on
ship
every
to be
planet.
green and black. That's all I want.
There's a spaceport on every planet that you can customize your ships at and buy ships and stuff like that. There are just random ships that have been like discarded or like left. Or you can be a complete pirate and just take someone else's ship and then go back to a spaceport and buy and claim it as your own.
Yar har fiddle dee dee.
Yep, full on space pirates.
Space pirates, life is a life for me.
There are two things that are kind of major cons to this game, though, that could either make or break the game for the community. With this game being so crazy with all the stuff it can do and the open world aspect and everything fully rendered, PC players won't have an issue with this, but Xbox players are going to be very limited on the processing power of the game because it's going to be locked at 30 FPS.
Okay.
They wanted fidelity over, or not, fluidity over fidelity, essentially, is how they explained it.
That's one thing that's going to worry me is that they're not going to get enough people playing it on Xbox and everyone's just going to switch to it on PC, because they did say that in the interview right after they said that they locked it to 30 FPS on Xbox, that it runs well past 60 frames per second. I think it would have been a smarter-ish situation for them if they put, basically with like Hogwarts Legacy, where they let you switch between like fidelity and performance for the extra FPS. I feel like they should have added that as an option with the Xbox version, because a lot of people are going to get really mad that the game's only going to run at 30 FPS, because these days, everyone's used to games running at 60 FPS or more.
I'm going to be honest, I don't even notice the difference. I don't know the difference. I used to play Dragon Age Inquisition at 10 frames a second.
I'd rather
That's
have
fair.
it be a smooth feeling experience than a good looking experience. Look at Redfall.
That is fair. That is fair.
Let's not get into that dumpster fire.
That was another game that was locked, but they didn't. I don't know what they didn't do with it. A lot apparently, but it's still like the combat feels blocky and like you're fighting enemies that are just standing there shooting at you, not even reacting or like stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see until it comes out. Hopefully it does play smooth. That is one thing I really hope, because this game looks like it's going to be phenomenal. But the other thing that a lot of people I've seen online are also getting mad about it is that, unfortunately, this is going to be another story Bethesda title that is only single player.
Oh, that's fine with me.
Yeah, it's kind of a hit or miss. Some people enjoy it for the just the single player aspect, but there's a lot of Bethesda fans that want to just do these big story games just with a co-op feature, just friend joining you on it. I, for one, am fine with the first with the one player story aspect. I think it's a great game. The story's gonna be amazing from what I've seen in the gameplays. And I just think the game's going to do amazing. At least I hope so, and I hope the launch for it's going to be amazing.
I feel like single players need a time to shine. The multiplayers have gotten kind of bland.
Yeah, y'all have been eating well. I am perfectly fine with both of those options that are considered make or breaks, because like I said, I really don't understand the whole hype between I've gotta run my game at 3000 FPS or I can't touch it at all. Like, calm down. The human brain can't even perceive over 60 FPS. It really can't. It don't know the difference. So, shut up. You're a fucking dork. No one wants to listen to you whine. Shut up. Also, I like sometimes just closing the doors, closing the blinds, turning the lights off, grabbing my fucking soda, and just romancing the shit out of anything I can find by myself in a single player RPG. I'm fine.
Romance the
honestly.
Space Cowboy? Are you gonna romance the Space Cowboy?
Maybe, if he's a himbo. But like, those sound great. I can understand why some people, mostly with like, the single player bit, not the FPS one, but like, I can understand that, wanting to enjoy this with your friends. Because, that on paper, it does sound nice to play like an Elder Scrolls title or a Fallout title.
They don't go
Done.
76.
Yeah, executed well, I should say, and with your friends. But
Execute Order 76.
but for me, I like to play it in a very specific way sometimes, and with some of the people I play with, y'all either are too slow or y'all goof around too much.
I like to pick
And
up
it
all the
bugs me.
shinies. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you either have to pick up all the shinies or you get distracted after 5 minutes and start killing everything.
No, that's me. I just get pinholed and I just go around killing stuff.
I was literally referring to you two.
One other thing, though, I thought was that one last thing about Starfield that I thought was an amazing touch. Bayazora, 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 it's you! I freaking love that they added the adoring fan from Oblivion and brought him into this game, brought back the same actor and everything.
Oh, wait,
and I
what?
Did
cannot...
they really?
Yeah, he's back, he's in the gameplay show, and I cannot wait to shoot him off the cliff of a mountain.
The adoring fan, my beloved.
Yeah.
I like how in the trailer for the game they show you, like, you and him on a mountain. He's like, where should we go on our next adventure? They just point a shotgun right at his back.
I can't believe I'm here, breathing the same air as you. I must have every molecule.
Now to go back to Gemini's original point, just about having needing a multiplayer option for some games, because it's unbelievable how many games have such an easy transition to be multiplayer and co-op. But one game that I found,
Not as easy as you would think.
yeah, well, maybe they're just not trying hard
Do you
enough.
know how long the Skyrim mod has been in production? It's not easy. Do you know how glitchy that thing
You know
is?
how easily it was to mod Breath of the Wild, and then they immediately got it taken down?
You're rendering it twice. You're essentially rendering everything in the world twice.
Well, that was a 4-player Breath of the Wild, so that must be rendering it 4 times. So
Anyway, continue with what you were saying.
my point is that there is a game coming out soon that none of you play, but I will definitely play, and I hope other people play too, but it is Payday 3. Now, I know absolutely nobody gives a rat's ass about this game in this group right now, but
I tried to play Payday 2, but I got confused and bored after like 10 minutes.
right? Like, I can understand that, but I loved the concept of being able to just stage robberies, just stage a crime.
Dude, just play GTA.
I mean, that's
Just want to commit
I just want GTA
crimes.
6, okay? That's all I want.
You ain't getting that for
I
a
want-
long time. You're gonna be in the nursing home by the time that shit comes out.
And I want people to stop complaining about pre-alpha footage of gamings and be like, oh, it doesn't look good. Anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just always found it I always found it really enjoyable to just hop into a mission and be able to have these different kinds of experiences with different theft and thievery. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty more offered, but just seeing those masks pop on in the trailer, gave me so much nostalgia. Anyways, Gemini, what else did you find in the times that you...
So, this is, for me, it's a game that, if you're a PC player and you have Steam, 9 chances out of 10, you probably heard about this game because it has been in early access for, I'd say 3.5 to 4 years now. But if you haven't, and I do know it is coming out to a console, sadly, only PlayStation, PS5. I don't know if they're going to be releasing it for the Xbox Series X. Maybe one day. But Baldur's Gate 3, I love that game. I've played a bit of it on early access, but it is the newest installment to the Baldur's Gate series from Larian Studios, and it's from what I've been seeing and what I've even played myself. Which is only like a small portion of Act 1, I think, is what they have out for early access. It's a really good game. It is, it's pretty much like a computer game version of D&D. If you've ever played the Baldur's, I honestly, gonna be honest, never really played the earlier Baldur's games. I would like to go back to play them eventually. But that is going to be fully releasing at the end of August, which I'm excited for. And it is, essentially it's 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game where you play like a campaign almost, like a module, like a pre-made module essentially, but it's a video game version of it versus sitting down with your friends and talking. like what we're doing.
Story from the universe, right?
Yeah, it's in the the Faerun, or like Forgotten Realms universe. Yeah, Forgotten Realms universe. I couldn't think of it for a second. So and it's a really, in my opinion, it's a really good game, and I am excited for when it fully releases because I've dabbled in I think it's like 50 plus hours of just what they have out. And I am glad that they are going to be releasing it for a console at the very least. It is sad that it's not Xbox, but like I said, they could release it for Xbox Series X in the future. But right now it's going to be on PC, Mac, PS5, and what is GeForce Now?
That's GeForce Now. That's basically NVIDIA's own kind of like digital gaming setup.
Okay.
Another.
I don't know if it's exactly. I think it might be like a kind of a cloud stream gaming thing where they have like a controller that connects to the TV.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it said it was releasing for that. I never even heard of GeForce Now.
It's Stadia 2.0.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that's what it was, but yeah, it just seems like, because they haven't really released a lot of the actual legitimate plot. The only plot point so far, which the main plot point is having to do with like mind flayers right now. I don't want to spoil anything in case you haven't even if you don't know anything about it. It just has to do with like mind flayers. Like so far, that's all we know. and such, but apparently there isn't an actual like overarching big bad. I guess he's some kind of necromancer and everything. And so I do know not too long ago they did release a dev journal about how eventually you will be going to the city of Baldur's Gate, because right now you're in like the outskirts when you play the current version of Early Access and such. And I think you go into the Underground as well, the Underdark. But yeah, that's a game I am really looking forward to playing when it's fully out and everything is Baldur's Gate 3. And mostly because I'm a big dork who loves D&D. I know they plan to have everything from, I believe, the player's handbook at the very least, so like all the classes and races. So that'll be also nice. Sadly, I don't think they're going to add anything from expansions, but the game is going to be quite big, and the player's handbook already does have a lot of stuff to it anyway. So I mean, I can understand why they're not going to be adding, like all the different subclasses and all the different races, because there are a lot, and they're always adding more. Like every couple months, they're always adding new stuff. So I can understand Larian is just like, we're gonna keep it to the base handbook.
Damn, I can't play my Loxodon.
Yeah, you can't play your Loxodon monk, who I don't even know monk subclasses, but monk of, I don't know, the Shining Sun Soul or whatever.
Monk of 1,000 strikes.
Yeah, that's all monks. But yeah, you can't be like, your Loxodon cleric of the sea or whatever. Yeah, I don't think Tempest is well, no, Tempest is a base one, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I will admit, I am sad I can't play as a goblin, but that wasn't a player's handbook race. I will settle for gnome.
It's fine. We all know you're a goblin at heart.
I was literally just about to say, you live your life as a goblin, so how...
Yes, I do, but maybe I also want to play Baldur's Gate 3 as a goblin and romance the vampire.
If you can turn the gnome green, does it technically make it a goblin?
It's just a green gnome.
No, yeah, that's just a green gnome. I can't be a little shit-eating goblin druid and romance Asteri on the vampire, even though I still feel bad because the only way to do it is to be an evil character, and I feel bad being mean to pixels.
Careful, Gemini. Your frickin' Sims is showing.
Shut up.
Y'all know you drowned a few dozen people in their pools.
No, y'all know what I've done. You know.
So, Menace, what else were you able to find in your search?
So, I guess in the same vein as being like a D&D medieval kind of stuff, there was another game in the Xbox showcase. It's called Avowed. I can't remember who it's by exactly, but it is almost like a Skyrim-esque game. It's an open world, except you are trying to track down the source of this plague, and you were more of you were a sorcerer. Because of the world, and in the trailer, it actually shows that because of your sorcerer background, the people of the land don't really like you, and they distrust you.
When
have people ever liked outsiders being on their land?
Oh, so I did look it up quick. It's Obsidian, ooh, interesting.
Actually set in part of Eora, which is from one of their other titles, and called The Living Lands. There's going to be some companions. There is talk about multiplayer, but nothing has been confirmed yet. It's set for a late 2023 release. It's going to be on the Game Pass along with like Starfield and all that as well.
Like if we're talking about the Game Pass releases, I think, like, I don't know. There's one game that really stood out to me. It's God. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this. Kunitsu-gami, Path of the Goddess. This had a revealed trailer, and guys, I'm gonna be honest. It might be my new favorite game. just with the weird art style. The art style's beautiful, first of all. Second of all, like it's got this really old I guess I could. I don't really want to make a direct comparison to Naraka, but like at least like overall feel and aesthetic. But definitely, I'd say it's like it's got a heavy influence of like yokai-esque creatures and a lot of like just demons and monsters. It's really cool. You take control of two characters, a female and a male, and over the course of the game, I'm assuming that you're going to be purifying the land, purifying those who've been infected by the demons. I don't even know if they're yokais or not. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out just cuz like it's just so beautiful. Like the way that the land looks, the way that just the whole of the game, whether it's like characters or enemies or attack animations, it all just looks really pleasing. So yeah, I'm super excited for that game.
You know, while you guys talk about your stuff, I look at your links to like just to like read what you guys are talking about. And apparently, people are saying it looks like they're taking inspiration from Capcom's own Onimusha series. And I've heard good things about the Onimusha series, so that's good.
Yeah,
I guess.
but yeah, I guess the only thing left to say is, going back to Blaze, is there anything else that you found throughout this journey?
Yeah, not really much topic on this first part, but going back to the Game Pass thing, another game, not really going to go much into detail about, but another game I'm really excited for is Lies of P, if any of you guys have heard about that one.
Isn't it like you're Pinocchio?
Yeah, it's basically you're a Pinocchio-type character in a Bloodborne-type game.
Lies of P.
Yeah, it's going to be day one Game Pass, and you're basically going to be playing a character who has to tell truths and lies throughout the game to survive along with the monsters that hunt you. But every time you lie, you slowly lose your humanity and turn into a puppet. But sometimes you have to lie to go through certain parts of the story. Like, sometimes it's better to lie than tell the truth.
Ooh, yeah, when I had said earlier about how there were a lot of games that were going to be day one releases on the Game Pass, that was what I was implying, was Lies of P. I am so excited for Lies of P. So much. I love games like that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to be playing that one to my heart's content. But going to my other topic piece, though, how was everyone's reaction when Overwatch 2 announced that they were cutting the PvE part of the game that was going to be the main factor of Overwatch 2?
Let me tell you.
I was not surprised because I remember when they were, before it was Overwatch 2, back when it was Overwatch 1 and they were talking about that, I was like, oh shit, really? That's cool. Then I forgot about it. Overwatch 2 came out and I'm like, wasn't this supposed to have like story mode? Huh, weird. And then I forgot about it again. And then they said no. And I'm like, not surprised.
I was
during the whole controversy and allegations and everything that was happening at Blizzard and then Jeff Kaplan leaving and everything, they decided 2 months before launch and made a tweet about it and said, yeah, we're scrapping PvE and it's not going to be in the game.
And they let the developer take the heat, even though we all know it's the money fat cats executives that are making these decisions.
Speaking of money, the reason I bring this up is because with the game show, they announced Overwatch 2 Invasion story missions, which are going to be introduced during it's either this next season or the season afterwards in the fall, where it is 3 story missions that are going to be taking place during the season, and it is not free like how the PvE story mode was going to be. It is $15, which gives you the story missions and the battle pass.
And aren't the missions time gated as well?
Yeah, they're kind of similar. From how I've seen, they're going to be kind of similar to the story events that they've done in the past.
So what you're saying is that instead of fulfilling their promises, they're going to release half-baked story missions, whether they're canon or not, just spaced out throughout the next seasons.
Yeah, pretty much.
Money.
I think you're gonna get all 3 of the missions right away when you pay for it, but it's only like 3 little story missions compared to a whole story mode that they were supposed to do. The one thing I do hope this does though is that they keep on doing like multiple story missions with each season. Hopefully that can bring back the fans who wanted a story mode, but I also do not like that it's attached to the battle pass.
I feel that. I mean, I've heard a lot of people in the online community that have just been very dismissive about the fact that this is just going to be like a weak fix. Like, this is going to be a band-aid to fix the literal hole in the chest of this game. You're going to hop in, play for a week, play it like maybe 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 if you're feeling frisky, and then you're just gonna play other games, because there's no character trees, there's no progression, there's no incentive.
I feel like there's not going to be much to any effort put into this because Diablo is doing so well.
I have heard so much good things about Diablo 4. 2 of my friends have been playing it, and my one coworker, and they all say it's a great game.
It's Blizzard's comeback. It's literally their best title ever. They went on record and said that this is their best title ever.
From the lowest lows
in sales.
to the highest highs.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gemini. Was there anything else you found in your search?
The only other thing, but I didn't do too much research on it because this pertains to one of my special interests, is the new Avatar game that they were talking about. I don't even remember what it was called. Let me look. I think it was Frontiers of Pandora. I honestly haven't even watched any trailers of this, and this is that's just a me thing where I want to be like fully, completely surprised by it and everything. Because like I said, the James Cameron Avatar movies, one of my favorite movie series ever created. I say series even though like the second one just came out like last year, but that's besides the point. I remember a couple years ago they said that they wanted to like release more, and they have. I think they have another one that's like in the works now.
From what I heard, like, that they have the third one was being made alongside the second one.
Yeah, like back when the first one was released, James Cameron said like he has a plan to release more, and it took a while. But I'm glad that they are continuing that. But yeah, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I don't know anything about it, and that's mostly myself just not wanting to spoil anything.
I feel that so much.
Is Avatar when they cry?
Yes. Apparently it's going to be coming out on December 7th, and it's going to be on all platforms, which is nice. It's going to be on the Snowdrop engine. Don't know anything about that. But it's going to be released by Ubisoft, which, well, they've made some good ones. They've also made some bad ones. I'm hoping this is going to be a good one, but we'll see.
They're very hit and miss on games.
They are, because, you know, you have the Assassin's Creed series, which was good for a time. The Far Cry series.
We don't talk about Unity.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Valhalla.
The one time they ever tried multiplayer, and they were just like, yeah, we're not going to do that again.
Yeah, you know,
they should have just gone back to the
series.
versus multiplayer.
Mwah, until Far Cry 6. Don't talk about Far Cry 6.
That game died so quickly.
It did. You know, so I have decent hopes for it. Mostly just because I love that universe.
I mean, I feel that there's a lot of different aspects when it comes to nostalgia, and like for me, I really get what you're saying when it comes to like something that you really hold dear and you just don't want any spoilers. Before we move on to Tyler, I'm gonna get a spoiler in. Here's a spoiler for you for the new Sonic Superstars 2D game. Green Hill Zone is gonna be extinct. It's gonna be no more. They're not gonna be doing Green Hill Zone. They're gonna have something called North Star Islands. I almost said North Pole. This is Christmas and we're not Santa Claus.
That's their most iconic place, Green Hill. Why would they get rid of
they've done it so many times that they want to do new locations.
Is it still going to be in the game, or like?
From what the developer has said, it most likely will not it might feature, but it won't. It may not even be in the game. Also, the art style looks beautiful. Anyways, Menace, what was your final venture into your journey?
So let me paint you guys a picture for this one, right? When you get a multiplayer game, you normally load up with friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Instead, you would load up separately, and you would all get your own worlds as this roguelike action-adventure game It's called HyperLight Breakers, made by Heart Machine Studios, and they previously did a top-down 8-bit called HyperLight Drifter, and it had this whole amazing story. People said it was like Dark Souls difficulty, and they said that they wanted to do something completely different, but in the same world. So they went for a multiplayer roguelike, open world game, where you essentially have 4 to 5 biomes each time that are procedurally generated, along with all the loot, and you try to get to these pillars at the center of each of the biome, fight the boss, to go and fight the king of this world that is like corrupting it essentially. But each time there's different loot, there's different weapons, and you will actually, once you die, you'll be able to keep some of your money and go, and you have to start from scratch in a completely different world.
How does the multiplayer kick in then if every player is on a different world?
You can actually join up with them. Like you wouldn't like story progression isn't, since it's a roguelike, story progression isn't limited to one go. So you would have your run saved on your world, and then you could either like have someone join you and their progression would pause, or you can join them and your progression would pause. Something that I'm interested in is if you say you join a friend and you guys go through and you beat it, will your character then have items when you go back to your world? Like, that's something that I'm interested in seeing. And you also have like utilities and stuff that you can use in the world. Like you get a hoverboard that you can ride around on, glider. You have like double jumps and air dashes and stuff like that.
I mean, I just hope it does well. I feel like a lot of times when games have that kind of limitation in the sense that progression can be cut off for certain people that join, it might be a deterrent to play multiplayer, but who knows?
I believe that it'll be... I'm always one for games with like replayability. That's what I look for in a lot of games. So having something to where like I can play for 2-3 hours and every experience, every run through that I do has like different bosses and different biomes. Yeah, sign me up.
With that being said, I think that sums up a lot of what's going on in pop culture. And for you listening at home or wherever you are listening this, wherever you are listening this, I can't speak English today. Please feel free to go check out all the showcases that went on today. Go check out all the game releases, the game news, all the other content that's been talked about, and go check out all the other podcasts that CJSW has to offer. But as of right now, I'd like to say thank you to all of my esteemed guests. Thank you, Gemini.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Blaze.
Anytime.
And thank you, Menace.
Oh yeah.
And that was this episode of the Pop Culture Effect. I hope you've all enjoyed listening to our ramblings about topics that only we care about, but hopefully you care about them too. And we'll see you guys the next time. All right, I'm just gonna start. Let it have a couple seconds of runtime, and I'm just gonna do my cringe intro. Let's go. All right. Everybody ready?
Cringe.
Yes, sir.
Ready for the cringe? All right. Nice. Also, I can hear you breathing, Tyler.
Oh.
Or that might be your ceiling fan.
No, that's off.
Okay. So then stop breathing so loud. God, you fucking troglodyte.
Yeah, breathe harder into your mic.
You know what? Shut up. All right. Welcome to the reference deck. Oh, that's the wrong fucking intro. Why'd I type that? That's not at all the thing. What?
You fucked it.
Dude.
You fucked it.
From the start.
Dude, I hate everything. That's the intro. That's gonna be the intro right there. Right off the fucking top. Dude, god damn it. But it's not even...
10.
Oh, it's just gonna be a bunch of bleeping. Alright, anyways. Okay, I think
You're a disaster, man.
Shut up, dude. All right, I'm gonna do something that I don't want to do, and that something is gonna be killing you. All right, and I'm not just talking more and more so that way I can monitor the volume of my mic and my audio input to make sure it matches the rest. Okay, I'm good.
Totally not doing that.
Totally not.
You're gonna cry.
Shut up! I'm not gonna cry. Okay.
Oh god, his mic is peaky.
Yeah.
Literally no.
It can't handle it.
All right.
I can't handle the cringe.
I gotta do my High School Musical.
Bob.
Up to the top.
God, please, let's not start a fucking karaoke of High School Musical.
Hey, I'm a choir
Why
kid.
not?
You mentioned High School Musical. It's gonna bring back memories. Fuck you.
I completely understand.
Thank you.
I do not, but I feel like Mark would.
Gross. Okay, alright. Bop.
That's rude.
Everybody do a bop.
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 Bob.
What's the point of those again?
Just to sync everybody.
To sync
I don't
up
think-
audio.
It's not.
Yeah,
there's
sync everybody's
no
audio.
reason for it, realistically speaking.
It's mainly for when we actually have like moving parts, like when we have VTuber stuff. So it's to sync up your audio with your video capture.
God,
I see.
It's literally crazy how night and day your guys' mics are compared to Tyler's. Like, it's ridiculous.
Are you saying mine's bad?
I'm saying Tyler's is bad.
Oh.
What? How's it bad?
No, it's not because of the quality of it. It's because of the fact that they're using separated mics and you're using a headset. It's literally like I can tell right away, but it's not gonna be a problem because you're gonna get it in a day. And I'll just tell Kama like, hey, we were gonna record, we weren't able to, so we had to work with what we could, and then he'll most likely understand. Anyways,
Hopefully.
okay. Welcome to the Pop Culture Effect. I'm Rockin Rob. It's gonna be cringe, and everybody's gonna get used to it. And on this show, I bring all of my closest friends together to talk about the most mundane. Just kidding. No, okay. I already hate that. I gotta do a second.
Rockin Rob.
Shut up!
Rockin'
Shut up!
Rob.
Oh my god! I knew, dude. It's cringe, but it started during a fucking Hitman game, and the announcer called me Rockin' Rob, so I just thought I might as well keep the cringe going. Okay.
Yeah,
And
this
that's
went with the
fine,
first
but-
nickname he got. This went with the first nickname he
It literally
But
was
it is-
the first thing too.
It's about as bad as when you guys call me the 420 Blaze God.
No,
That's
no.
awful.
420
I've never
Blaze
called
God
you
is
that
actually
for
worse.
one.
I've
I've
never called you
opposed that one.
I think it was
Definitely
subset.
Angel, yeah,
It was
100%.
definitely
You
subset.
do it. You've done it too, Bobber.
I
Don't lie.
mean, I have made weed jokes at Blaze's expense. I will not deny that at all. Anyways.
I love how this is all getting recorded.
Oh yeah, it's all in. It's all like this is all going on the YouTube upload. I hope you know this. Like this is all
It's legal. It's fine.
This is all canon. It's
This is all
not
going
canon.
on. This is going on the raw YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
great.
But not
fucking-
at Raw Peace, which you can check out at youtube.com/Raw
Oh
Peace.
my
Let's
God.
go. Let's
It's not
go,
even
baby!
the upload link.
Let's
You
go.
needed a certain amount of subscribers for that type of link.
Yeah, my subscribers. No.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
okay.
To be
My
serious.
brain's too fucking mushy for this right now.
No, it's okay. We're good. I'm gonna bring it back with this cringe ass intro. Let's go. Welcome to the Pop Culture Effect. I'm Rockin Rob, the most cringiest host you will ever meet, and on this
You
show.
popped a little bit.
Excuse me, what? What are you interrupting my intro for, Trin?
No. Like you cut out slightly when you said pop culture effect.
Fuck. All right. Well, okay. Third time's the charm, I guess. I hope the YouTube viewers
I'm just
like
trying
this
to help
fucking extra
you.
content.
I was just trying to help you.
I appreciate the help, Trin. I appreciate it.
Also,
Right,
it
third
doesn't
time.
need to be completely raw for YouTube. You can edit some stuff out.
I know. Well, no. That's the point. Is that I'm gonna censor stuff, but I'm gonna keep everything in, dude. YouTube gets everything. They get the whole.
No one's gonna want to sit through all that.
Yeah, that's for the Patreon subscribers.
No, literally though. Anyways, all right. For real, serious now. Serious business. Serious business.
Serious.
All right. Serious muttering. Oh, sorry. God. Okay, that's okay. We've been fucking around for 6 minutes. I gotta actually be serious here. Okay. Welcome to the Pop Culture Effect. I'm Rockin Rob, and on this show, I actually want to fit in that cringe. So I'm gonna do one last take, and then we're actually gonna get into it, and I'm gonna stop being a dumb shit who doesn't understand how to do his intro. All right. Okay.
I thought that one was good.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Rockin Rob is such a. I mean,
You gotta full send it, Robbie.
I gotta full send the cringe. Okay, that's what I have to do.
You don't have to be cringe. No one likes full cringe all the time.
Welcome to the Pop Culture Effect.
I'm Rockin Rob, and on this show I bring my closest friends together to talk about all of the news happening in our pop culture world around us.